Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Two Peas Out the Pod with Johnny and Shay.
Yo,
In today's video, we are going to be covering AI with a hilarious twist.
yo, Skynet.
Don't
Straight up
talk about
Skynet, man.
that.
I'm gonna say Skynet.
Wow. Stay until the end, obviously, for bonus content of the day when we will share some hilarious AI blunders that will make you wonder if we should really trust AI with our important decision making and tasks in society. And also, is it just lazy like humans, or is there something deeper going on here? And then we also have a bonus item number 2.
Yeah, guys, you got to see my little stand up. I'm gonna let you guys see.
Yeah, we're going to share a video of Johnny doing stand up at the end of the video. So please enjoy that. And we might as well just jump right in.
So
Or you want to talk about your day?
my day was pretty well. Went to see the doctor. Doctor says my balls are looking okay.
If you guys don't know what that's about, go to episode 1.
Yeah, let's go to episode 1. My health scare about my testes.
Wow.
So he said my balls are okay. No, but everything's okay with my testicles. They said to finish the antibiotics that they gave me, which I only have I think 2 days left of
I
antibiotics.
don't know. I haven't been asking because you get so grumpy about it.
Yeah, well, because I feel like an old person when you say, "Hey man, did you take your Oh, I already took my pills."
And if I don't ask, what do you say?
Ah. Yeah, so
I've just been letting you handle that on your own.
and I've been doing pretty well.
I don't know.
But other than that, how has your day been?
It was good. I just worked and the normal day for me.
Really?
I know you were off today, so that must have been nice. But I worked.
Yeah, but it was still kind of testy for me to go out there to get my balls felt up.
Every time he has a doctor's appointment, guys, at the night before, he's having night terrors about it.
Yeah, man. They told me I do have slightly a little high, was it cholesterol?
Yeah, he came home. How do we lower cholesterol? And so I looked it up and I read all the stuff to him. And I said, we cook healthy, but the problem is you'll only eat everything minus the vegetables on it.
Listen,
So I'm gonna be adding more vegetables to his plate. We had green beans tonight. He ate that.
yeah, no, I love green beans, man. What are you
And
talking
we
about?
had a pasta salad with corn in it, and he ate that.
Yeah, I did. I did have the pasta.
And we had chicken,
Yeah, it was really good.
chicken kebabs.
Chicken kebabs.
So I'm gonna try to do a little bit better. We do cook at home, but try to make sure I'm making him eat his fruits and vegetables and his oatmeal.
Yes, I gotta make sure I did hear oatmeal. Yeah,
Nuts for snack.
I'm gonna be going nuts for it.
Anyways, are you ready to get started?
Oh, talking about Skynet.
Sure. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's from Terminator. You never saw Terminator?
Yeah, but I didn't know what Skynet is.
That was the company that ran the whole AI system.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, and remember, like GI Joe says, knowing is half the battle. I just thought that was just gonna be hilarious that Skynet is owned by BlackRock.
Oh, that's a joke.
That's a little joke
Oh,
right there.
okay.
Just take it real serious in the notes.
All the nerds will probably know what that is. So if you guys do, put it in the comments below.
I think anybody has seen Terminator.
Okay, I've seen it, but when I was like 10 years old, I don't know. I haven't seen it for a
Are
long
you
time.
sure? Are you sure you wasn't like 15?
I don't know how old I was.
Oh, okay. I think I was when I saw it. I think I was like 9 or 10.
All I remember is he melted the metal guy melted a few times and got shot in the face, and then that was it.
Got shot in the face. Everybody remembers that part. Yeah, the guy got shot in the face.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's that one scene. Yeah, yeah. It's like every other movie.
Well, doesn't he get either split open or shot in the face and he's a metal, so it like goes in half and then goes back together? Or is that Terminator 2?
Oh, it's actually Terminator 2.
Well, then I've seen number 2.
Oh,
Credit.
yeah, yeah. No.
Kidding.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Have you seen any other AI movies?
I don't know. I thought we were going to talk about that at the end of the video.
Oh, okay. I was just because it seems like that was like you gotta name some good parts from part 2, so that's why I was like, oh, she knows her.
I don't know. Terminator. Well, I guess it is a robot.
Yeah, it's the T1000 against I forgot what the other model was, the liquid one you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's just been so long since I've seen that movie, but godly, dude, that was I think 1 and 2 was the best. I wasn't really much into Salvation with what's that actor from the other Batman movie? Oh, Christian Bale. I didn't like that one.
Don't ever ask me an actor's name. You know better.
Yeah,
He asked me, and I was like, I don't know.
really? Man.
Yeah, I don't know. I never keep up with actors' names or any of that stuff. I just know, like, hey, that's the person from this show or that show. I don't know, really.
Oh,
what they're
well,
naming.
that's at least that's somewhat a good way to kind of remember them.
So hopefully tonight, when we
Yeah.
film in the nighttime, he's more on behave mode.
Yeah, I think that's what I need. We'll call that, I believe, Johnny's what is it, what's the doctor you go see to when you feel like you're a little crazy?
Therapy?
Yeah, therapy. Johnny little therapy moment.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, seriously. Let's call it a
Yeah,
little
that's
Johnny little
good.
therapy moment.
Anyways, guys, are you ready to talk about this AI situation?
Well, I wish I had my tinfoil hat on, first of all, because I want my tinfoil hat on if I'm going to be talking about the shenanigans and going down the rabbit hole of AI. At times, I have an Apple Watch, but whenever me and Shay are having a conversation about whatever episode we're going to talk about, we usually take our watches off.
No, we don't. He's such a liar.
Come on, Shay. You know, I always tell you, hey, Shay, can you go charge your watch?
Whatever.
Are you
Liar.
sure
I
you don't need
charge
to
it
go
in the
charge it?
mornings when you're not here.
Oh.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, your phone's listening too.
No, that's why I keep the phone in the other room with the TV on, with playing our podcast on there. So yeah, because wasn't that like the old way of just, oh yeah, we can join, or like espionage was, yeah, we can join out the sound with the radio, so we just go ahead and,
Or like turn the shower on and then talk in there.
or that way too.
We can turn the shower on and then have our you know, pre-production so nobody knows what we're gonna film if you want.
Huh.
If you're that paranoid.
Yeah, I am. And you know what? Just for extra precaution, because we live in Florida, we'll go ahead and put a mattress over the tub too.
Anyways, guys, let's get started on the video so that we can get around to where we're getting here.
I was getting around to what I wanted to get
Sure.
to.
So first we're going to talk a little bit about where AI comes from because, obviously it's everywhere all of a sudden.
Well, I believe AI came from a 0 and 1.
Of course, silly.
Hey, hey, I'm just I'm just taking a shot in the dark. Zeros and ones.
Anyways, it's everywhere all of a sudden, but kind of, where did it come from? So in the 1950s, the concept began. Did you know that?
You mean you call it the concept? I call it conception.
Wow. So Alan Turing proposed the idea of a thinking machine.
So that's when he tied the knot with the other dudes, and he was like, "Yo, we're about to give birth to some shit."
Yes. And John McCarthy coined the term AI. That's where it came from.
Oh, he flipped a coin to try to see, oh, is it going to be AI?
Sure.
And then he got heads, and he was like, oh shit, we got it.
And then in 1956, they had a Dartmouth conference that was considered the official birth of AI as a field of study.
Hey, what's Dartmouth's mascot?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
Do you know?
I was just kind of curious because
I
when I
don't know
when
that.
no, when I hear Dartmouth, I'm thinking a duck, or like, I don't
Well,
know,
look it up.
maybe a mongoose or
Random
armadillo.
question of the day, guys, that nobody knows.
I bet you somebody out there is gonna comment and be like, I went to Dartmouth and it's
I'm
actually
certain.
a Wolverine.
But that's a weird question to ask me. Why would I know that? Anyways, guys, he's so silly.
Well, didn't you graduate? So I just thought that it
Go to
counts.
that school. Just because you went to one college doesn't mean you know every college's mascot. Come on. Okay, next, guys.
Okay, my
Next.
man. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
It's just my innocence of just, oh well. I just thought that's how it goes.
They introduced expert systems from the 1970s to the 1980s that were rule based that mimicked human decision making. So that was the next step in it.
So they were like, "Hey, Jerry, in accounting is not doing his job very well. You should fire him." That's what. So it just randomly popped up on their computer.
I don't know. And then in the 1990s, they had machine learning where AI systems started learning from data rather than being explicitly programmed. So that's kind of, I think, where they all started going off on the rails and making their own little plans.
Yeah, I mean, once you give access to CTVs and
The data set of everything. So they could just go in there and have all that knowledge and learn from it, I guess.
I don't know. Let's really think. Let's really ponder on that. First off, I mean, the first, I guess, data you would probably really stand out would be the credit card transactions. So that's already a trail of its own right there. Then you would have, somebody has an email. That's another trail, and usually at that time, you have Yahoo, and I have AOL. So those were, I guess, the early '90s, late '90s or early 2000. Like,
That would be a fun search on Chat GTP. Like look up yourself and see what happens. That'd be scary. I don't really want to know that.
what about yourself?
I'm just saying, if you looked up your name and where you live and said, you find everything you know about this person and see what comes up, that'd be freaky.
Oh wow, that sounds really dope. That really does sound freaky.
And then next was deep learning in the where they put more data in powerful GPUs so AI could see and translate using multi-layered neural networks.
So pretty much when AI was like, all right, man, listen, I'm going to get these humans to make another bigger AI so that I can go hijack into that one. So that one can tell them to make, hey, I need you to make a bigger one of me. And then I'm probably going to need a farm of servers because I need that.
Isn't it just to show numbers all of a sudden?
What? Oh, you mean
Remember the numbers computer thing that you had to,
you mean a person of interest?
oh, sorry, person of interest.
Yeah.
Numbers was like that too, wasn't it a computer too?
I never watched
Oh,
numbers.
never mind. Person of interest, sorry.
Yeah, it was a person of interest. That's a
It was like
yes.
basically if you
That's
put
a
in your,
actually if anybody wants to watch a good series, which actually Shay brought up a great point, is a person of interest. So make sure you guys check that out.
we liked it.
Shay loved it.
What? So next we're going to talk about a little bit about our thoughts on if we think AI is a good thing or a bad thing.
Listen, I can't spell vacuum, so I actually have to always use AI to help me spell vacuum.
So he uses Grammarly, guys, for mostly everything.
Yeah, I am the most illiterate person.
I think it's good depending on, I guess, how it's used, right? So yeah, I'll just kind of leave that at that until we go over the rest of the stuff.
Well, I mean,
It can be used for bad
well,
things and good
I mean,
things.
think about it this way, Shay. We did use AI to help set up this whole thing. Like,
That's what I'm saying. It can be used for good things and it can be used for bad things.
well, I mean, it does lower the death rate and for soldiers because they would send drones and missiles.
Yeah, true. And then next, we're going to talk about, does society accept AI? So we have some key points of where they accept it, and then some key points of where society like is cautious about it.
Well,
I have bullet points for you.
oh, okay. Well,
You don't have to tell me what you think. I'm going to tell you the points, and then we can go over it.
I just felt like
Or if
I
you have
wanted
something to
to.
add, go ahead.
Well, I kind of care like these points. Are
Yeah.
they gonna? Is it four like the four prong or the three prong?
Jeez. So it can where society accepts AI, obviously, we've been using Siri and Alexa for years. Nobody realized that was AI though, until I think now.
I mean, if you have to speak in and ask for a request, it's getting a person's voice and rhythmic to a point to be able to, to mimic a person's voice and everything. Remember, there was like a point in like I think like 2010s that people would get like random calls and
Yeah.
there was nobody there, and they would say hello, hello, hello. It's just get picking up audio.
And
That's
then it would
just
say, "Are you there?" And if you said yes, and they would record that, and then they would use your voice to like, I think, authorize things. I'm not sure.
yeah, I mean, it would that yeah, and that aspect how you said that, I guess, in a hackish way, that would transpire out of that.
But I never really used Siri, and I hated the Alexas and all that stuff. I never wanted one. I don't know.
I don't know. If me
That was
personally,
just me.
I never I just try to just type it in myself, break a dictionary out if I couldn't spell it because at that time I'm not even sure if they even had spell check to on the search at that time.
But you know how people have Alexa in their house? I don't know if you've ever, I don't know, been on like a Zoom call with someone or talking to a friend and they're like, Alexa, turn the temperature down to 60 degrees. Alexa, stop the music. Alexa, we were at a friend's house once and they were like, Alexa, dim the lights.
Oh,
It like hooked to their whole house and everything. It was weird.
well, I just want to say it's just more along the point that it's just trying to integrate into a home. So if you have an iPhone, I believe they have home. I think it's supposed to be iHome or whatever.
Uh,
So it's supposed to integrate to your whole setup.
I mean, we do have a Ring doorbell, so I guess that's AI too, kind of.
No, that's definitely AI.
The other things people are okay with, obviously, like Netflix, Hulu, YouTube video recommendations, because, you know, every account is kind of like customized to you.
Well, I'm glad that Netflix is actually doing that and using AI because everyone has made jokes that I've binge watched everything on Netflix. So we all know that you have to use like a VPN to get like anywhere else or anything. Now, Netflix is trying to gather as much data, which goes back to the beginning.
And then the other thing, obviously, people are good with is, you know, obviously using it for GPS in your car, you know, Google Maps or Apple. What's the Apple one called?
Well, the GPS one,
CarPlay.
yeah, or Waves. The whole GPS. was just one way for them to able to track and make sure that there was points of where things were at. So and also was able to make a map of its own. I think the most craziest thing about the AI situation is on my iPhone, it knows how far it takes me to get to work. It knows when I'm about to go home.
Yeah, even when I go to on the weekends, I go to Aldi's and then I get back in the car and my watch goes 5 minutes to home.
Yeah,
Like,
it gives
I
you
don't
an
even use the
update.
GPS. I'm not using the GPS to get there. But it's just weird. Or sometimes it'll say, like on the weekends, it knows I go to Costco, I guess. So then I'll get in the car and I'll get out to the road and it'll be like 3 miles to Costco. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, because it probably knows that you're probably doing a Costco run.
Yeah. The other thing people are okay with, obviously, healthcare. So AI helping with like early diagnosis, cancer detection, drug development.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Shay. There's an episode going back to Person of Interest that talks about that particular situation. A guy went flying. He happened to got some type of foreign flu, and they had to close down a hospital. And they were giving the wrong antidote out. It was an antidote that would have actually did more harm.
Because of AI.
Yeah,
Oh.
and the AI was
I'm
doing
sure
it.
it can go the other way too. Yeah, of course. All this stuff can go the other way. Just like we have a Volkswagen SUV, and I don't know what it's wrong with the GPS on that thing, but half the time when I'm using the GPS, it's like turn left here, and I'm like, no, because I know I still have to go 5 miles down that way. And then if I turn left, it just takes me in 3 circles and then back on the road again. And I'm like, what the hell is this thing doing? I get so pissed off.
Yeah, well, because most of everyone's using the AI system at the same time. Mainly companies themselves are using it, so they're draining out most of the I guess you would say bandwidth.
I guess that's a good example of what we're going to talk about at the end of the video when it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
um,
definitely not doing what it's supposed to do. It's almost like talking to a Gen Z in a way.
Wow. So next, business and productivity. Obviously, we're talking about tools like Chat GTP or GPT. I always say that backwards. Grammarly, like he uses.
Hey, I
Um,
love Grammarly. Thank you.
and then obviously AI powered analytics tools are widely used in companies as well now. And then last part of kind of where society's, oh yeah, this is helpful would be obviously customer service. So most websites, if you've noticed, if you go on them now, if you chat in, you're actually talking to an AI the first part, there's not an actual person.
Hey, well, you know what? I know when I go to Best Buy and I'm going on the website and Terry, that's not Terry.
Yeah, it's a
That's
fake.
not really Terry.
And then I don't know about you guys, but every time I have to talk to the AI, they're always, I don't understand your question. And one of those websites.
Which is
I'm
crazy.
like, get me a real person.
Which is crazy because I'm typing in their same language, zeros and ones. That's the crazy part about it.
This is so funny. And then so chatbots and automated support, obviously. I don't know if we accept that. I think that's taken place of like overseas customer service that, I guess the problem with that is you couldn't sometimes understand the people as well, but now you're talking to a robot that doesn't understand us. So it's kind of like swapped.
Well, I for the whole situation overseas, I believe it gives us a relationship with our fellow brethren on the other side. So you are right, that's diminishing their jobs, and I don't mind talking to any one of them. I just got to get myself in a frame of mind and frame of thought, maybe smoke a joint or something before I talk to them, just to get my mind right, just to go get ready for this very, very lost in translation conversation that we're going to get into.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the other coin, side of the coin where society is cautious of it. So job displacement, obviously a lot of people are worried that AI is going to, take over and replace jobs, especially in, customer service. They're making automated trucks now that drive on their own, Tesla.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when I was out in Nevada, we're testing out like the I guess the what is it called? Autonomous
Yeah.
vehicles.
Self-driving.
Yeah.
Oh, in California too. I was watching a podcast where they have actual Ubers. I don't know what the cars are called. It's not Uber, but it's like an Uber that picks you up but there's no driver. Remember we watched that? And they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
like, going
yeah,
in circles and running over
yeah.
stuff, and they couldn't stop the
Oh,
ride to
and
get
then
out.
no, and then it would do random stops, and it would have like if you were seeing a person walk, but there's nobody there. Because if there was somebody walking, it makes a cutout of a person walking. So it started just stopping out of nowhere. If you're going down the road and there's a stop sign 2 miles down, it would just stop randomly because it thinks somebody came by, but nobody came by. So I believe it might have picked up some ancestry type
A
situation
ghost.
there. Ghost, man, I don't know.
And I think I don't know if I would have ride one of those because it looked pretty scary when, especially when you can't really stop the car and it's just going in and out of lanes and stuff when there wasn't even a lane there and
Hey, but
like,
too
oh my
bad, too
goodness.
bad you don't remember. There used to be this taxi company uh on Mars. It was called a Johnny Taxi. It's
Stop.
from no, it's from Total Recall.
I'm like, whatever. So the other thing, obviously, it's taking over is a lot of the, well, there was a writer strike because of AI, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And let's for all my gaming Call of Duty friends out there, there was also an issue where Call of Duty Black Ops 6, one of the levels was made by AI itself too. That's it's taking somebody's job too.
Yeah, so it's taking over kind of like creative part of stuff, for people. And it's funny too because the writer strike happened because of AI, and then they went on strike for a while, and then AI just like, exploded, and then they came back. But now AI is making movies, AI is making commercials, AI is doing all this stuff. So I don't know if that really helped them at all. I think they should have just kept going. But
This is where you got to understand. We had to put information in to the system. You really can't say that the system is messing up because we are the system that's feeding it.
no, I know.
As we're feeding that system just and I guess imploding on whatever we give it.
Yeah, because humans aren't perfect, so that's the problem.
Right. So that's why um there's always going to be the perfect example would be if you look up how many vehicles are made, there's at least guaranteed there might be at least I'm not even really great at statistics, but I'm just gonna make just shout a number. Out of 100 cars, maybe 10 of them are gonna be faulty.
Yeah, true. So that's kind of that part, guys. And then we're going to talk about do we think AI makes humans, lesser because we're using it?
Well, I would say it does.
But you use Grammarly. That
Well,
helps you
okay,
spell.
yeah, it helps me spell and helps me put the right punctuation, and that's really great. That's one great example of help. There's times where, what's to say if there was a EMP to hit the United States?
Well, we wouldn't have any internet at all or electricity, so it wouldn't matter at that point.
Yeah,
We'd
but
be going back to the Stone Ages for a while.
okay, but if there was a way to still do barter, if nobody would know how to do simple arithmetic,
But I think even before AI, everybody was using a calculator. Is that basically doing it anyway?
yeah, it's an AI of its own. But if that goes out, and can anybody do basic math? That's the
Yeah.
main thing. Can that society handle? Because I'm sure anybody that has been on social media, you know how they say how many states are in the United States?
Yeah,
More than
nobody knows. Yeah, I
nobody
know.
really knows. So
Yeah, I mean, I think key points would be, it does help with basic tasks. So you could become over dependent on it, like writing emails. I used it a couple times, honestly, at work to write an email that was like a little bit stressful. I just want to make sure I didn't, come across too, you know, bitchy, whatever. Um,
yeah, you had to put like, hey, can you make my email soft
yeah.
tone, not too
Because I wrote it
aggressive?
out and then I put it in there and I was like, can you make this more professional and more focused around, like the outcome of the team instead of me? And it actually did. It turned out good.
Nah, that's really good. I myself, I've never got that far into it to send an email or use that, but I know how when I write and then how I say my stuff, I must sound aggressive. And if they know me, they're like, "Oh man, this must be Johnny. He's really
Wow.
aggressive at the moment."
So obviously you can become dependent on it for doing math, like he was saying, remembering appointments. So all that stuff can kind of make your brain not work as well for you, I guess.
I mean, speaking about that, when you were talking about appointments and everything, can you remember your first phone number, like your mom's?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say it on here.
That's okay. Oh, all right. That just got super weird there for a minute there, but okay.
Are you gonna say yours on here?
Mine was
Don't say it.
oh, okay. So
Wow, you want that to
it's
go into the algorithm and then it'll be on AI forever and somehow people will find
I don't even remember like the first three numbers. I don't remember the last four digits.
it.
So I could be
Anyways.
wrong.
The other thing I think too is kids using AI for homework. Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody's seen the one with the Alexis, the kid.
Well, no, I'm just saying before, even if you were looking on Google to like help solve, let's say, a math problem or something, even when I did my actual, degree, there was no easy way to just say, like, if you couldn't figure something out, you had to still go and like read or watch a video or something. But now you can probably, I don't know, I haven't tried. You can probably put in chat GPT, A squared plus B squared equals C squared or something,
Listen,
and it'll probably just go, here you go.
listen. All I'm gonna say is, if I had to go back to college and they were like, John, you're gonna go back for your degree, you need to, where are you gonna go? I'm gonna go to the library. That's all I remember. When I was growing up, you go to the library. The library is supposed to help you with everything. I'm just gonna go there. I might be going to school for psychology or aerospace. I'm gonna go down to the library. I'm like, man, y'all gotta help me on this aerospace science
Wow.
project.
But you're gonna find something different at the library when you go there. It's gonna be all computers.
Oh, so there's not gonna be a card catalog
Yeah,
over
there
there?
is. I went to the library
No,
over.
ma'am. Do you know what a card catalog
Yeah,
is?
I went to the library over here, and there's one person that works in the whole library, and over here where we're at, and you have to use the computer to look up your books to check them out
So
yourself.
what that oh, so that's not a card catalog. That's just me using a PC to tell me what to do.
But it's their card catalog. It's an electronic version of it.
No, I wanna fill
You
I wanna
can't.
fill a little file cabinet and I pull back and I do this. I do a little finger
They don't
walk.
have that anymore. At least not the one I went to.
Yo, you know what? You know what they should do? They should start bringing those back just as a feeling for old people like me to be like, oh yeah, back in my day we used to play. Oh.
No, the one over here, you like go on the computer, like you can walk around and look at the books and stuff, or you could just find a book that way. But if you know what you're looking for and you don't know
Oh,
where
so
it
you
is,
said I can go back and do a little, little thing.
no, they don't have that anymore, but they have the books out so you can see them. So if you knew, hey, I want a
Oh,
science book, you'd go to the science section and look for a book, whatever. But if you didn't know, like say you wanted a specific book and you didn't know where it was at in the library, then you would have to look on the computer and search for it, and then it would tell you, oh, it's in this aisle and here.
all right. So now I know. So it sounded like you said there's a book dealer that just lays out all those books. Serious?
And then you check them out yourself. So then you get the books and you go up to the computer and you scan them, you set them on a pad, and it deactivates the little robbery strip on it. And then
Nigga, so you telling me somebody's stealing knowledge out of
I don't know.
Holy,
Just
whoa,
saying.
people are stealing knowledge out of there? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then you can sell books on Amazon. I'm sure that's why people try to steal it. Some of those books are probably worth some money.
What are they, first editions?
But anyway, you check them out and then you just walk out.
So wait, when I check
Nobody
them
even
out,
talks
so
to
when I
you.
check them out, do I just go with it?
If you want, I don't know. And then when you come back, you just either put them in the drop shoot thing and they go on a conveyor belt back into and then the computer scans them back in and then they go on a cart. And then the person goes in there and gets the cart and then they just drive around and put them back on the shelf. I'll take you to
Damn.
that one. Anyways,
Damn.
guys, we're going to do a field trip to the library so you can see real action how it is now. It'll be the same thing he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, this is a well-oiled machine that they got going here. This is one big machine.
I felt so dumb there. I was like, how do I check out a book?
Well,
Anyways.
I felt you can actually just walk in there and just steal it. Obviously.
No, they have the little, at the grocery store. Yeah, it'll be. Anyways, so the other things that it does to make our society, depend upon it is it helps auto generate, a lot of art, music,
Wait,
essays.
hold on. I want to go back to this knowledge. Wait, so you remember the Nook?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. I had the other one. What was the other one? The Kindle?
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. I don't have it anymore.
Oh, okay. So that means libraries are still going to be around then, right?
Well, I didn't like it. What bothered me about it is with a book, you can tell how much more you have, right? But on there, you really can't because I don't know.
I thought there's like numbers on
Yeah,
the
it is,
art
but
bottom.
it's not the same. Because if you're, I have 500 pages
So
left,
wait,
it's like, how thick is
but
that?
okay, I got
No,
you.
there's just something different about holding a book and flipping the pages than there is about just keep reading the screen over and over. I didn't care.
Because
I
it's
know a
all
lot of
about
people do.
thickness, right? It's all about the thickness.
Anyways, guys, so we talked about the loss of creativity.
Hey, the creativity is still here, man. We
Well,
just
I'm just telling you what it says on my notes. You ready? Reduced human interaction. So obviously AIs in customer service, dating apps, bots. So it reduces real world
Hey,
social.
all I gotta say is we don't have no bots over here. You can check our credentials. We don't like T1000s over here.
No, it is true. Because think about this. Like, if you were a kid and let's say you were stuck on a homework problem, instead of calling your classmate and being like, hey, Bonnie, I'm stuck on this problem. Did you figure it out?
I'm gonna be honest. None of my schoolmates was that smart. We all you know what? We all pitched in.
So my point is, instead of using that, you're just gonna go on Chat PT and just search for the problem. And then just do
That's
your
a good
homework, whip
idea.
it out, and then go play your game.
No, I mean,
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Anyways, the last part of that section, if the erosion of critical thinking. So if people blindly trust AI answers, they may stop questioning or verifying information, even if it's wrong or biased. That's
pretty
true.
pretty much I feel AI is Wikipedia.
In a way, because it's basically just gathering off of, it's like scraping all these websites and kind of just conglomerating it all.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
it's called Scrub Up Bubba. They're scrubbing.
Anyways,
They're scrubbing that down.
so we wanted to talk about how we think AI can help empower humans.
It empowers humans to write professional letters so that you don't sound like a crazed maniac.
Me on my emails for work.
Oh yeah, definitely you on your email.
So it can help with assistive technology for disabilities like visual, auditory, motor impairments, helps communicate, navigate. Actually, we've seen a documentary on that.
You know what?
Not exactly that, but
I still feel as though that just makes those people like us.
yeah, probably. It helps humans work faster, analyze data better, and make smarter decisions.
So pretty much you must not even have a manager, you just have an AI as your boss, and then that boss is the AI's boss, and that AI
Wow.
boss talks to you.
Jeez. And then it can give writers, artists, and musicians that use AI as a collaborator, not a crutch, helping with basically creative boosts, help spark new ideas, help break blocks.
Wow.
I could see that as a good thing.
Yeah, it does help us. It helps us out. I would
As long as
say.
you're not saying, hey, write me a movie script for blah, blah, blah. You're saying maybe, oh, I have this idea, what are some, what can I do for this character or that character, or getting it, using it that way.
Well, that's crazy that you thought about writing scripts. I was trying to write a script to Universal for the new Fast and Furious movie. Remember I told you about? I'll probably tell the folks about it on the next one when we talk about Hollywood and the ins and outs.
Okay. And then it can also help by automating repetitive tasks. So AI lets people focus on things, that machines can't do well. So humans can basically work on empathy, leadership, ethics, and AI can do kind of like the repetitive stuff.
Yeah, I could definitely see that'd be great for AI. It does handle that side of it. At the same time, again, it's AI. We can't really trust it.
We're going to talk about that soon.
I'm just saying.
So this section, we're going to talk about how do you know you're addicted to AI or if you might be allegedly. I do have a girlfriend that's dating on some apps now, and she says the problem with every single person on a dating app is nobody wants to actually talk in real life. They just want to text you a few times and then that's it. You didn't do that. You called me right away. You're like, here's my phone number. And then you called and then we went on a date the next day.
Well,
So good, good job.
that's again that's because I'm old fashioned. I grew up in the
But
'90s.
she's dating people our age and that's what they all do. It's just so weird.
Well, you could tell that the guys that are or at least my age or our age, they must be dating 21-year-olds or just hanging out by high schools.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. So, yes, so you might be addicted to AI if you're using it constantly, if you're asking it for things you could easily figure out yourself, if you use it for answers, validation, or if you're literally talking to AI. I guess some people
Well,
use
I
it for
mean, okay,
therapy,
hold on, Shay. If I'm trapped in my house and I can't get out, I wouldn't mind using AI.
but you can use it for therapy too. And I guess the therapy is not the best because it validates kind of how you feel about everything instead of really helping you make improvements. I guess I've heard that.
So what you're saying is AI is not good for addicts. So if I was, addicted to something, it would probably advocate me to get some more, huh?
Maybe. Well, they were just saying if you said, oh, I hate my work, I hate my boss, my life sucks, all this stuff, it would be like, oh, yes, I understand.
You know what's real crazy?
So you feel anxious or lost when you can't access it. So like if Wi-Fi is down, you can't open the app, you might feel uneasy or restless. That's your decision maker. You're not actually making your own decisions.
So what she's trying to say is the equivalent of a e-vape. It's the addiction picking it up.
Well, same with social media, honestly. People that are constantly on watching videos all day on social media, they probably have the same way when the Wi-Fi goes out, you know?
Right. Me and Shay, we have board games, so we have entertainment. That's what because we're old fashioned, I guess, and we don't have Monopoly, but we have
We
some
need to get one.
trivia games. Yeah, we do need to get a Monopoly game, but we do have some trivia games, and then we have
Scrabble.
And then we have also, what is it? We have her playing cards, and I have my playing cards.
Oh,
Like,
Magic the Gathering.
yeah, Magic the Gathering cards too.
If you're replacing human interaction. So if you're chatting with AI more than your friends and family and prefer talking to it to avoid talking to other people, then you might have a problem.
Yeah, it's actually good to take a breather, take a walk, step away from the computer. You don't
Yeah.
always need, I mean, you don't always need music. I know most people are like, oh, but I'm gonna go for a walk and listen to music. Okay, that's cool, but let's just enjoy the sound.
Yeah, but when we first got together, remember how I was sitting in the quiet and you came out and you were like, "Why are you sitting in the quiet?"
Listen,
And I
listen.
said, "Because I like to just sometimes not have sound in the background." And he's like, "Oh, that's weird."
Well, no, it's just
Now you appreciate it? Just kidding.
okay. I
A
appreciate it
joke.
here and there. It's just when I'm just getting out the shower and it just sounds very, very quiet. And I know my partner is inside the house, but it's just like, are they listening to every move? Because like if I just farted, well, shit, she heard me. Like
What?
it is nothing you can say. You can't say, oh, I didn't fart. No, it's me, you, and the baby. The baby is in my hand, so that's I clearly heard that.
Anyways, you rely on AI to write everything, emails, jokes, content, and you no longer challenge yourself. Obviously, you're not creative without it, so that means you might have a problem too.
So is there gonna be AIA?
Yeah, maybe.
Like AI
There might already
anonymous?
be one. And then you start using it to avoid real work or emotions, and you basically use it as a comfort zone. I was saying that validates what you're
Well,
feeling.
hold on. In Japan, they got on your PCs, you can get your virtual wife. So I mean,
Isn't one wife enough though? That's what I've heard.
I'm saying in like in their culture, it's okay to have a virtual wife.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying, aren't most men like, oh, one wife is enough? I don't really want to deal with two.
Those are definitely facts. Yes,
I mean, the
and
only
I
one that I've heard of that likes dealing with more than one is FLDS.
wow. All right. Well, you're definitely right on that, Shay.
I mean, for the most part, all I hear is guys complaining about their wives for the most part. She nags me all the time. I have a honey-do list, blah, blah, blah.
I feel like you should go to my job because that's exactly what I hear. So that's why I can
Wow.
I understand where that's coming from.
Anyways, so next part we're going to just cover is AI getting out of hand.
Okay, this is the part right here where I put my tinfoil hat on. Right.
So ways AI might be getting out of hand, guys. They might be kind of going too fast with this whole thing with no guardrails, honestly. They're advancing faster than the government or ethics boards can even regulate anything. Even Elon Musk has said that, and he has an AI company.
Well, I mean, Shay, think of it this way: when you go to Amazon and you want to buy something, you want like next day, you want immediately. So that's what our generation wants.
Yeah, I know, I know. I will admit to today we decided to buy a new couch. And so I did ask Chat GPT, what's the best couch, the best, best built couch for the money. And it actually was helpful. It said IKEA is the best budget friendly option, but then Wayfair has the best like actual wood built couches that will last that are, worth
I
worth your
like
money.
how you went through there and asked them. In reality, maybe Wayfair probably paid the rent. So
No.
hey,
No, it's
hey,
true because I actually did find a couch on Wayfair that I liked and that he liked that actually is made out of real wood and has real metal springs and
hold
everything in
on.
it.
That's okay. I had to change the camera
It's
for
not a
sure.
plywood couch like all these other ones are.
First off, the couch that she wants to get, that we want.
No, he wanted the color was the debate. He wanted a bright orange couch like the 1960s, like your grandma had. I am not having that in my living room. Like
Listen,
literally, what was it? Garfield orange?
yeah,
No.
the previous episode, I rocked my Garfield to make a stance, but obviously you just shat on it.
Sorry, guys. Do you want gray or black?
And I got stuck with gray instead of orange,
I'm
like
sorry. Orange
Garfield.
was not on the list of options. You really wanted the orange one, or are you just kidding around?
No, I was being so cold heartedly.
Well, sorry. Unfortunately, I don't want to look at an orange. It was bright orange. I don't want to look at an orange couch every day.
Listen, with me being on it, I'm one of Garfield's stripes on him.
Okay, well, sorry, guys. Sometimes you can't tell if he's joking or not joking. So honestly, earlier I thought he was joking, but if he was really serious about that, then I just don't even know what to tell him.
You told me. You said no, and I was like,
Wow.
okay, well,
Well, I can always, I'm sure it hasn't shipped yet. I can always cancel and get the orange one if you're really that passionate about it.
I just wanted to let my son James sleep on an orange couch.
Wow. Anyways, guys, the other thing that it might be getting out of hand with, as we know, is AI generated fake news, political videos, celebrity
Yeah,
voices.
so is that really true? Like about the AI generated fake news?
I don't
Because
know. That's what
I always respected journalists and
I don't know. That's what I researched about when I was researching.
okay, I was just saying, geez,
I don't
that's
know. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm
I
sure there's a
mean,
lot of fake news out there.
well, yeah,
Or
yeah.
maybe the
Oh,
spin on it,
yes,
depending on the channel you
yes,
watch.
yes. There is quote unquote allegedly fake news out there. That is kind of weird. That is kind of alarming that you brought that up. Like there's editorial pieces,
That's
the
what,
Washington
yeah.
Post or
That's what I was
any.
doing when I found it. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Also, it can do obviously deep fakes like we know, where you don't really know. They can make a video of you doing something and send it to your work, and your work probably wouldn't know for sure if it wasn't you or not. And you'd be like, "That's not me. I never said that. I never did that." And you could
Jeez.
possibly lose your job based on what the video is about or something. That's a deep fake. They can make fake voices. Obviously, people can use it for writing an essay for college. You don't even have to really do that work anymore.
But you know what? That the crazy thing about that is that Shay, if you sent that in to me, your homework with Chat GPT, I'll just use another system to tell that system that, oh yeah, this is a fake one.
Yeah, they can check it. Well, I mean, I guess depending on how you do it.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is that I have to use another computer to check yours.
Well, even when I went to school, every time you wrote a paper, you had to put it, I forgot what the system was called, but you had to upload it into a system. And then it was using AI to check to see if you actually wrote the paper. So it would check, you had to quote the quotes where you had taken quotes out of books and stuff, and you had to have that cited and everything. But then it checked the rest of your thing and it would tell you how much originality was in the paper. If it was over like 30% where you copied something else, then you failed. Basically, you had to redo it. So maybe they use something like that now with all the grades. I don't know.
They definitely
But
use
that was
something.
before AI really, but, you could still technically open a book and then, kinda, paraphrase it, put it in, but it would still catch you. So
Okay, but what you just said is just it's that whatever that system they were using,
was AI.
it was AI. It was just getting data. You were that machine was actually feeding data back to it.
Yeah, but, I mean, maybe
So
they're using that now with all kids in school, I don't know. Anyways, it can also be getting out of hand with job automation, so obviously replacing jobs in coding, customer service. Companies are automating, offering upskilling or transition support to their workforce.
those all sound very, very bad for business.
No, maybe good for business, but bad for workers.
That's what I mean.
Bad for business on you, you mean? AI models also are learning from biased or harmful data. We're going to talk about that in the next video, probably, guys. So
Oh, definitely,
keep it.
definitely for sure. We've been definitely talking about that one.
So some AI tools amplify racism, sexism, and misinformation because they're trained on unfiltered internet data.
Unfiltered, you say, huh? Those are strong words to say. When really it is filtered to its specifications. And Shay knows that because Shay's been doing the thumbnails, and let's just say that AI is something else.
Yeah. So it just says without transparency, we don't always know why AI says what it says.
Yeah, I could have swore was it episode 2 or 3 we said there was a an Instagram post about the secret language that AI is doing.
Yeah, they're doing their own language that we don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and that's crazy because what's to say that that same language has been since day one
Yeah.
and encoded and then been recycled, remapped, and then repackaged to the next generation. Just like knowledge, when we send knowledge off to our, I'm sure you got your grandma's old recipe or something of a family heirloom. You're passing that knowledge down, which I think that's what happened with those AIs. That's how they came that far to, because I know it takes for, I guess, what it takes a year for us to grow to do anything. AI it probably takes what a month or 2 months, but if you have a farm of the same AI, it probably even takes even seconds.
And then people are also using AI for harmful and creepy things like creating non consensual, explicit SEX images, impersonating others, and manipulating social media.
Oh man, those are what you're talking about, like the deep fakes.
Yeah, or they could even make a picture of you naked or something, send it to your work, or what
Oh
else?
man.
Maybe, well, that's not me, and they'd be like, well,
Well, I mean, if they did, that'd be a big picture you're gonna have to take of me. I mean,
wow. Anyways,
it's gonna take up the whole screen. You're gonna be like, oh man, is that John? Or is that just a big black screen? No, it's John.
whatever. And then there are areas where it's still under control and not kind of going off the rails. So most major AI companies like OpenAI, Google, DeepMind, I guess that's the one Google has, Anthropic are.
I felt like when you say open AI is when as soon as you go onto their website, you immediately just gave them access to everything of your data.
I think that's the company that owns Chat GPT, I believe.
Mm.
But they're actively researching safety and alignment strategies. And then government is starting to regulate, especially in the EU and China. US is kind of starting, but we're kind of behind.
Behind on what?
EU and China on regulating the AI.
That's crazy.
And then it's being used for obviously some good. So in healthcare, accessibility, climate science, and education.
So I wonder if when I went to see my doctor today, I wonder if when he went to his computer, did he go to Chat MED?
Well, or
And
maybe they're just using Chat GPT to also
no,
help them.
I'm talking about the Chat MED, like that their version.
Yeah, they might have one. So we wanted to do like a Q&A with each other on just AI. When was the first time that you used AI? Do you remember?
It's the first time I remember the first time I used AI. It was on an IBM computer.
Really?
Yeah, it was
No, we're
on.
talking about like the present day stuff.
Oh, well, I thought we were talking about way back then. That was my first time introductory.
Then we all used it then. That's not what I'm talking
All right.
about. I'm talking about like the recent stuff, like the apps, Grammarly, that type of stuff.
Well, I mean, I use it to write. I mean, that's nothing really big about that situation. I thought you guys would probably want to know the first time I got introduced to a computer that I knew it was smarter than I was, especially at my age. I believe I was like 10. But apparently we were going to Grammarly and
No,
I got Grammarly at the age of
because I don't really consider what you're talking about part of the AI that we're going through right now. That's kind of like the evolution of computers and everything. I guess that's why I was confused.
oh, okay, well then
But no, if that's what you want to share, that's fine. You can share whatever you want.
no. We can share that. Grammarly is actually a great system. It actually does help me out whenever I do need to send my email. I do use it at work at times because I do send an email once in a while. Sometimes I know I come off a bit rough around the edges, so it does help on that situation. I guess the drawback of it is whenever you're having a conversation with your friends and you use slang or computer terms, short terms, shall I say, that becomes an issue because it's putting the squiggly marks. So then you have to kind of fix that, and then or if you send it like I feel a little subconscious about me sending something like that with all those squiggly marks because I'm feeling like they're gonna see the same thing too, but they're not because they don't have Grammarly.
Right.
But that's exactly how I that's the downfall about Grammarly on that end of it. I they got something else that they just put on there. I guess you can I guess transcribe or something like that. I didn't try that part yet,
Well, you're using plot, isn't that
but
basic?
I love Plod. Plod's a lot better than that in my opinion. But I mean other than that, Grammarly is great. I just again, if you're having a conversation with your friends, it sucks at that part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they come out with like a Grammarly Ebonics edition or something, that would be great because then that would get the headache out of that, and also probably put a lot of people onto some new hip words too. What I think about it.
Yeah. I think honestly, maybe a year ago is when I probably really used the new AI stuff that's going on. I used it to make a couple flyers and a couple of things for work. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a really big AI person, honestly. I use it here and there.
Yeah,
I don't rely upon it for my daily, work or daily activities, I guess is what I'm saying.
well again, I use that's the only time you see me use AI is with Grammarly.
Right.
You just did the whole year of that Chat GPT thing.
Yeah, I got it. I got the upgraded one because, just doing searches like what's a good time to post on YouTube on Monday, stuff like that. It's nice to have it for that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you can Google it, but if you're Googling it, it's still AI too now. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, definitely is because I think whenever it gives you their search, but then they give you a deeper AI search, you can click the little bar.
But I think the nice part of just about having Chat GPT, if you're using it for stuff like this, is I might want to go back and, in Google, you can Google something, but then you see it and then that's it, right? Where Chat GPT has a running bar on the side where, like next Monday, if I already looked up when to post a video on Monday, I could go look on there and say, oh, it's at, whatever time.
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of keeps your history, I guess, is the nice part.
yeah, I do like it does help out with like you said, the background about AI. I did most of those what you just said earlier. I didn't even know about all that. With these two guys that did it, that actually, you know, went in the room and bumped uglies and made a baby called
Yeah.
AI.
And then I guess how has your own experience been with AI? You can share whatever you want, even more about
Okay,
it.
just me getting introduced to the computer. Again, it was an IBM computer.
My experience with AI, I think, has been like a mixed review. Throwing an
When
email
you
in
say
there.
mixed review,
I think you can't really like, trust it fully because you ask it to do something, and then it kind of, I don't know. If you said make a 3-page document for whatever, the first page would be great. Then, the second page, maybe halfway through, you're like, what the hell is this?
I think what you're talking about is it's the Generation Z stare that the AI is doing to you.
And you almost have to tell it you didn't even, page 3 is gibberish or whatever. And then you kind of have to keep telling it, redo this. What are you doing? Like, you're not
So you have to micromanage it in a way.
pretty much. That's why I don't know. I just don't ever trust it. When it's doing like a project or something creative for me like that, then I have to, and it's always misspelled. We'll show you guys some examples of stuff that we've come
So
across.
there you go. See how it
So
misspells?
stay till the end of the video for that.
No, so it misspells just exactly how we
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah. Because it's
So
based upon
so that
humans.
yeah,
That's
so
why.
that's what I'm trying to say that
Yeah, it's not perfect, that's the problem, right?
right.
So that's been my only issue is, I ask it oh, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And then I'm like, well, after messing with it for an hour to try to get it to do what I wanted it to do, I probably could have just done whatever, and then I've just been like, "Okay, I'm just gonna do it myself."
Yeah, sometimes you gotta put the computer in the corner and nobody don't tell to put computer in the corner except for you put computer in the corner.
Yeah. And then, we wanted to put on here, how do you think the boomers are handling AI? Because I think they're the probably biggest targets of, the scamming stuff probably. My dad, your mom.
Yeah, my first time dealing with a boomer, which is my mom, she didn't know how to send a text message.
She can send a text now.
Yeah, no, yes, I'm thankful
Now
for
she
that.
can't order anything on Amazon, though. She'll be like, "Can you help me order this? I know what I want, but I don't know how to order."
Right, that right there, I don't help her on my brother at the time. Used to help her with that.
Or the other thing too is she'll see something on Instagram or wherever, and she'll be like, "I wanna send this to you, but I don't know
Yeah,
how."
so that's why boomers should never be on social media. They should use their cell phone
To talk.
like an adult.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I'm okay with her not knowing how to do that because I don't really check social media that much, so last thing I want is just, like, a piled up, bunch of stuff to look at that I'm not gonna look at, so.
Well, to be honest, I don't really be on social media, so it's a breath of fresh air to get out of that ecosystem, in my opinion.
I mean, I have a Facebook and an Instagram, but I don't really post it too much, and I don't really you know what I mean? I don't really, like, go on there to say, "Oh, what's this person doing or that person doing?" More what I follow on the Facebook is mom's group since I had the baby, just because I needed, like, to be able to read about stuff and figure out stuff on my own because I don't have a mom, she passed away
Rest in peace,
over
man.
10 years ago, yeah. So, just having that resource, I guess ChatGPT could kind of fill that too for you if you needed to, but I don't know, having, like, moms to bounce off stuff has been nice, but they're not
So
people I
hold,
know.
hold on, hold on. You were saying like you can use chat GPT to ask questions, right?
I
Yeah,
don't do that for that, but you could, I guess, that's what I'm saying.
but don't you feel like that's kind of messed up in a way?
But I'm just saying, if you had baby questions, like you said, how old does the baby have to be before they can eat real food? Stuff like that, you could probably find that out on there. But sometimes if you're like, hey, my baby's doing this or that, or even reading the other post, you kind of start to wonder if you're crazy or you're doing the right things. But then when you read all the other mom posts, I don't think Chat GPT can kind of give that texture. You know what I mean? You can't be like, oh, my baby's waking up every hour. I just got home from the hospital 2 weeks ago. Is this normal? You know what I mean? So reading all those posts from
Right.
the other moms, it kind of makes you feel like, oh, yeah, this is pretty normal. Everyone's going through the same thing at this point.
Yeah.
But Chat GPT, I don't think would be able to really give you that like human part of it. You know what I mean? You'd ask it questions, like How many ounces
So
of formula should your baby eat a day? When should you breastfeed your baby? That type of stuff I'm sure it can
right.
answer, but
So pretty much Chat GPT is pretty much black and white, straightforward. Just tell you like, hey, give you
I think so. I mean, a little bit. But having the mom groups is nice, because then you can, like I said, you
but
can
what's to
read
say
posts.
but what's to say that those are nothing but just chat mom
Stop it.
bots?
Anyways,
Those could be chat mom bots.
yeah.
Put your mom bots on.
And we already kind of talked about this, but obviously AI does give hackers opportunities for more hacking.
Yeah, if you really, I've always thought of this idea, if I was a hacker, is to kind of mask itself onto a AI program. It's kind of the same setup. Remember, back in the days, the AOL disk and stuff. So you know how the AIs give you a free week trial or whatever. It would, let's say for example, Grammarly, but it would then attach onto there, then attach to whoever buys it, and then at that point that's how it would steal the data. And that it was, I called it in my head when I thought of it, I called it a I called it poison because it was just supposed to leak on, and then it keeps on spreading and spreading and spreading, because as many subscribers as that person's making, like Grammarly, for example, they're making so much money, but it's actually spooling out a lot more stuff for the hacker to exploit for. So,
Well, it's like, those videos we watch on YouTube or wherever, creator videos where they always have I don't know what the companies are called, but the companies that like monitor your data, your checking account, monitor this, monitor that, it's like full service monitoring thing. Isn't that basically just giving AI access to your entire financial situation, everything that you do,
yeah,
your entire
I
like
you know,
digital footprint?
I wouldn't be, since we're talking about AI, and since you're just talking about that side of it, I wouldn't be surprised, like Robinhood, they probably have something similar in AI that
Right.
can help you for financial, and that's not even really good too. That you just opened up
So they're saying
another
they're
avenue.
protecting you from hackers, but that all the information you're giving them, it's kind of scary, right? Because
Yeah,
like if
yeah,
somebody hacks that, then it's the hacker doesn't just have like one piece of information. They have your bank login
yep,
information, they have your checking, your
yep,
routing, your date of birth,
exactly.
social, your whole credit report, exactly all the accounts you have, all the bills you have, where you live. I mean, it's crazy what's on there
Yes.
to those ones. Makes you wonder. So now we get to talk about movies because I know you're like so excited about this area.
Oh yeah.
Movies
Let's
with
talk about the
AI.
movies. AI based movies, I would always say is I go to, I default always to iRobot with Will Smith.
Hey, I said that one earlier.
Okay.
I'm just
I
kidding.
I
I didn't
okay.
know it was on your list when I said it. That's why.
Okay.
You picked the same one then.
All right. All right. So I picked my second one is actually a two for one. It's Terminator 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have any two you want to throw on there? Oh wait, no.
No, I think the weirdest movie that you had me watch was that the one was Megan the one with what's her
Yes,
name?
Megan would be another AI
No, is
one.
that the one with the girl?
Yes, the
The
girl,
Transformer
yeah,
girl?
the one that we said on that one episode on our field trip, Miss Stilts. I call her Stilts now.
But what's the
That's the name.
actress?
I don't know the name of the actress that's in it.
Well, what was the other movie we watched about the robot actress that everybody wanted to see because it was like a famous model actress?
I don't know. I don't. All I want to say is is another AI.
Oh, Megan Fox.
Oh yeah,
Or is that her name?
yeah. It
That's the one
was.
where you're like, oh, I have to watch that because Megan Fox is in it.
I didn't
And
say.
then Drool. I wish I could have sex with the robot Megan Fox.
Wow. Okay. Besides that,
All
anyways,
right, I'm just hitting
so
you back because you're hitting me.
so Chappie would be another AI based one.
Yeah.
The Matrix. Have you seen The Matrix?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another AI one. Westworld.
Never
I'm
seen it.
sure. Well, you never
I've
heard
seen
of West?
Waterworld.
I don't know. I've never heard. See, I've never seen it. Isn't it Waterworld with Kevin Costner
Yeah.
in it? Yeah. See, like, that's what. Wait.
It
Now I
got
had to.
rated like the worst movie of the
No, seriously.
century.
I had to think about it for a minute. I was like, wait. I do remember seeing that
It got
commercial
like
on
on
TV.
Rotten Tomatoes like a 1 or something.
Oh man, Altenio man. That's with Robin Williams in it.
But you haven't, I'm looking at our list and you have it on there.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah, no,
where are all these coming from?
where are these all coming from? It's
I
coming
got
from off
it.
the web, man. There's also Minority Report. Have you seen that with
Yeah.
Tom Cruise? Okay, that's another AI based one. I think I made a reference of it. 2001: Space Odyssey. That's
I don't think
also
I've seen that.
another one, another great one. But the Blade Runner series, those are always good too. But don't forget what's the one where I think it's artificial intelligence with the young kid from Sixth Sense. Remember he didn't know he was in he thought he was a real boy the whole time, but he came to find out that he's AI. So
Should we mention where we saw him recently or keep that secret?
anybody, okay, we saw him obviously. She didn't know until I said it, and then she pieced it together because she saw like the little kid's face. I think, oh, what is his name? I forget the actor's name, but the kid from
Sixth
Sixth Sense.
Sense.
He was in the new Happy
Happy
Madison.
Gilmore.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore. You know what I
Happy
mean?
Gilmore too.
Yes. Sorry, got a burp, so I couldn't even really
No,
say
but I was shocked because I
what.
didn't know that. I don't
What?
know. He was the cutest
Say it.
little. I'm just gonna be mean and say he was the cutest little
Oh,
kid ever. But then when I
body
saw,
shaming him?
no, not
Oh,
body shaming him. But then when I saw the guy, I
oh,
was like,
sounds like it.
that's what he turned into. Well, that was a waste.
So you,
You
so
guys
what you're
tell me
saying
if
is
you'd agree on that.
she's just laying in on this guy. Man. All right. Well,
Not even about his shortness or anything. It's just wow, that little cute kid turned into that.
I mean, he reminds me of, you remember Home Improvement?
Yeah, Tim or the
No,
other
no, the
guy,
other guy.
Al.
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
reminds
he
me of,
is like a
yeah,
miniature
yeah. He's
version of
like a
that.
miniature
Oh,
version of
that
Al.
is
He's like a
that's
miniature.
funny.
Yeah, if they wanted to reboot that, I would probably cast him as it. Seriously.
Yeah, he just needs to gain a couple more pounds and he'd be ready for it, like a little more belly.
No, man, dude, have you seen what's his name? Al. He actually he's on Ozempic actually.
I didn't know that.
He gets it from my doctor.
But anyways, guys, I was when he was watching that because it was one of the movies, he starts and then I'm doing other stuff all night, like we always do. And he was like, "Oh, that's the kid off Sixth Sense." I was like, "What?
Yeah, man.
No way!" And then when I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, it is him."
Hey,
Good thing he has money because man, his life would have been really struggle.
to tell you the truth, I believe he did like a lot of voiceover work. So that's what you're seeing is that's what voiceover work does to you.
I mean, I'm not that girl that'll date somebody for money, but I know there are a lot that will. So at least he has that going for him.
Wow.
Anyways, so guys, are you ready for the bonus content of the day?
Again, it is the content of the day.
Did you want to talk about before we show the pictures why we think AI makes so many mistakes? Like,
I
what's your
believe
take on that?
why AI does so many mistakes. My take on it is that just like we as humans, we have a bad day. We sometimes need a little nudge, which is micromanagement, to make sure that we get online.
I thought everybody hates micromanagement.
Secretly, they like it.
I secretly hate it.
I
You love it?
secretly like it a little bit.
Really?
A little bit once in a while. Just,
Wow.
just to give me a little push, like, oh, okay. So, oh, okay.
So
All
you're
right.
like tight, like you tell our son, tighten up, tighten up.
Yeah.
Or you tell James, tighten up. You're at work and you're like, okay.
Pretty much. I'm like, all right, well, guys, all right, we'll do this. We'll knock this out.
My thing about it is I feel like it does just enough to get by, just like humans.
Really?
And then if it has to do too much, it just kind of takes a break, union job, sit on the corner, smoke a cigarette, and then forgets to go
So
back
what
to
you so
work.
so what you're saying is AI be sitting on corners just
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes with a little sign that says, "Hey, we'll think of any answer you want me to."
For
Pretty much.
cigarettes. I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't know. Probably he'll probably do it for zeros and ones.
True. But if you guys have used Chat GPT or any of the other ones and it makes a mistake, what they have said is you shouldn't say like, "Oh, can you please fix that?" You should say, "What the hell are you doing? You didn't do what I asked you to do." You have to be mean to it kind of in order for it to like do what you need it to do right. Apparently it responds better to that. So
So
I've been trying that lately. It's actually been working.
so pretty much you're saying I should just act like Glenn Close from The
Yeah,
Devil
pretty
Wears
much.
Prada, right? So okay, I got you.
A very mean, yeah. So try that next time, guys.
I'll be
Bonus
sure
tip.
to. I'll be sure to. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and show some images.
So we've been using it a little bit for help with the thumbnails. We did try to make thumbnails on Canva. We weren't the best at it. We're not really, digital artists or anything.
Yeah, so we used it for the very first video. It was the health scare one.
Yeah. So if you guys look at the tablet, so everything looks pretty decently. But then when you go on the tablet, what the hell is that?
What is that, dog?
What is it
What
trying
is
to
this?
say?
I
I
got.
need to look at it too.
I have no idea what it's trying to say, man.
It's like self cases to health type mail.
Yo, we got a. It was supposed to say stealth. That's what it was trying to say. There was stealth, guys.
But I was like, what the hell is this? First of all, I didn't even tell it to put a pad there. And then secondly, what is it doing? And then the other thing really funny, if you guys notice the
And the
thumbnail,
crazy thing is why is my phone so huge like in the back? Why is my phone
it's
big
like,
back there now? What happened?
it's like a Honey I
I
Shrunk the
think
Kids.
yeah, I think that's what happened. I was more scared about my phone getting huge.
And then if you guys have noticed in most of our thumbnails, he has AirPods in, which is because the images that we put in to the website that we're using. For some reason, they just think it's great having AirPods in, and there's no way to really fix that. If you ask it to fix it, it gets
Listen,
all messed
listen,
up. So
listen.
I've just left it in
I'm gonna
there.
tell you the truth. Apple is
Apple, fair.
working with all AI
Yeah,
systems.
probably. No, honestly, guys, we would eventually like to hire a thumbnail artist and, pay somebody to do the thumbnails. We're just not at that point yet. We can't pay $100 for a thumbnail right now. So it is what it is.
Yeah, we are working with what we have here, guys. So
Yeah.
we're happy with it. So then we got the I call this one I guess J Mile. This was me and J Mile against me, all of me.
We did not tell it to do this
So
either, by
I
the way,
felt
guys.
like this back version right here of me is like the Kevin Hart version right there.
They
Like
can't
right
see your
there.
pointer, can they? Oh,
Yeah, I
maybe
can see my
they.
little
Oh,
pointer
okay.
right there. And then this one right here, for me as a girl, dog, look at me, dog. I look like a bad bitch, all
And
right.
your mustache too.
Oh
By the way,
shit.
the topic for this thumbnail that I put in was please make a thumbnail where Johnny's on stage at a concert
Yo,
and
what's
the
up with
crowd
those
is going
fingers,
wild.
dog?
And that's the other thing. Look at all the
Look
fingers.
at those
The
fingers,
guy
dog.
behind you has 6 fingers on his
Oh,
hand.
look at that, dog. The guy that was 6 fingers on me, dog. Look at that, 6 fingers.
Yeah, the fingers are really creepy on AI. I don't know what it is about fingers, but they cannot do it. All these guys have AirPods, if you notice, if you look in the back.
Yeah, they definitely do, dog.
It's so freaky.
This one right here is a great. If I came straight from Africa, that's how you knew. That's how my ancestors looked, and then that's like the final version of me, the final
Yeah.
form.
Also, too, did you notice the one on the left has 2 pairs of teeth for the bottom mouth over on the left-hand side?
Damn, I didn't see that.
That is creepy, huh?
That is creepy.
So if you guys really look closely at AI generated images like this, there's always this type of stuff in there, and it's just funny. It
Yeah.
just makes you laugh, honestly. I
Uh,
laughed at this one, and I
this
showed
is
Johnny right when he got off work,
this is a future episode, 90s versus now.
but we're not going to use this one. But
Yeah,
it
but
was
check it out.
hilarious.
I got a nice. I'm half Hispanic, and they got my family all in there. I was like, thanks, thank you.
Yeah, the guy in the back is hilarious. I feel like
Yeah, and
it's
then
you, but it's like a long-haired version of
yeah,
you,
long
like a
hair version of
teenager.
me.
Like that's your teenage son, and then your other 3 kids, and then the cereal
Yeah,
boxes are like, "What the hell
I
are
don't
you?
know why.
Are you
And
guys
then
in
like,
Mexico? Is that why it says
I
that?"
don't know. And then on top of it, what's up with me with cereal again now? Like I never stopped with cereal. I said I stopped. I love cereal. I'm always gonna keep cereal in my life.
By the way, there was no mention of cereal when I put in the thumbnail
Yeah, they just put
request.
at the time. I think AI was like, man, I can go for what is it, biteos or bitos.
So weird.
Yeah.
These ones just crack us up, guys.
And then we have this one. Uh, I gotta admit, if
Your
you
thing
look,
is like showing 2 screens. You know that, right?
yeah. If you look at this one, so yeah, for some reason I don't know why I'm watching a picture of a chick showing some underwears right there. No, I
Oh,
got
the thing.
I got a iPhone. I'm on. Looks like I'm on Facebook, and then it looks like Lion Richie in the back, and then I don't know. I must be doing like my lawyer ad for Johnny Johnson law firm, and it says call now. I done like changing his diaper. I'm like, man, what happened here? And then actually, you know what? Little kids actually looking at it. And why does the kid's feet look at the kid's feet? What's up with that? What's that? Those are feet. I don't know what that is.
It's so weird. It's just so
So
creepy.
then we started saying, hey, let's look at some lawn equipment. Apparently the lawn equipment we found was for dwarfs
I don't know if they want to
or
be called
gnomes
that.
or
No,
for gnomes. It's for gnomes.
that's the world's shortest weed eater guy.
Yeah.
I think we said what create a weed eater, and it made an inch long weed eater. Like what the
Right.
hell? Or 3 inch long?
I don't know who that's gonna be. And then
It's a joke.
we looked up a chainsaw and they said, "Hey, you want a chainsaw? We got the infinite chainsaw."
Yeah, 2 chainsaws hooked together. Like what is going on?
The real question is do you have to start them both up though? Like, oh, I guess start.
The chain is
I
going
need help.
How do you cut anything? Like you
Oh
take the
man,
boards like this and
no,
cut it?
you gotta like take them straight down. Yeah, that's exactly how you gotta do them.
Oh my god. That was
And then
cracking me up.
again, this goes with the setup.
Yeah, that's for the short person.
Yeah, no, yeah, when a dwarf comes in, when they say, "Oh, I want a weed eater," I'm like, "Sir, sir, sir." It also comes in with a chainsaw too. So there you go. It's a 2-for-1 special. That's like the best. That's the best $1,000 you can spend. I'm like, oh crap! I got a weed eater and I got a chainsaw. I am ready for Florida.
It's gonna
Seriously.
take you months to do yard work with that size of a
Hey, when it's Christmas time, imagine when he goes out to like Utah or out in the mountains, like, Georgia or whatever, or North Carolina. With his little chainsaw is gonna look so cute. He just knocking down a little tree down, like, yeah, let's take this back home.
You might be able to cut down a Christmas tree for the holidays. That's
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
the cutest thing that you'll see right there happening. I'm
Like
like,
a
dude,
3 foot.
oh
Oh
man.
my god, guys. Sorry, that was funny. So those are just some of the things we've run into, honestly, a lot more than that too,
Yeah.
when we've been doing other stuff, but
But I will admit, that was some knee slappers right there on some on that content. Like I didn't know, like, if you say, hey, can you do this, and it made that dual sided chainsaw
and I don't even think I
shortest.
said that to it. I think it said just put in a chainsaw and it did like two
Oh, they
chainsaws
had,
hooked together.
yeah. It says,
Like,
I think that's mean chainsaws with an S at the end. That's, we said chainsaw.
yeah.
Uh,
I was like, wow, what is this thing doing?
right.
So the whole point of the video, guys, is basically, should we be trusting AI to do things that actually matter?
Nah,
Who's checking them, checking the analytics? Who's checking them, running the code? Who's checking them doing this stuff? 'Cause if they can't even do simple tasks like this, it makes me nervous for where we're headed.
yeah. I mean, all you guys need to do is take a chapter out of Walgreens and CVS and hire a skeleton team just to check some stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's in reference of the previous episode. We were making fun of Walgreens and CVS and how they have skeleton teams.
Yeah, there's like one person working in the whole store.
Yeah.
Um, we will probably be doing a video about if AI is racist. Maybe not the next video, but maybe here soon.
Oh man. So what you're saying, Shay, is that there's a part two. So this is actually volume one. All right. That's good to
Because
hear.
we already kind of went over all this stuff, so we have a baseline. But we've been seeing that AI has a little. We'll just say,
I'm gonna definitely say it. It is definitely prejudice.
yeah, we'll show you some examples of that in our thumbnails and stuff too that we've been working on. So we're gonna dive into that, and then would you like to tell them what's gonna be put in right after this, and then we'll say
Oh
bye?
yes, exactly what we promised. I have a set that I have that I'm gonna lay out for you guys. It was, I want to say it was a year ago. Was it back in
Longer than
2024?
that.
Longer than that? Oh, well,
Time's
2024.
fine. We're
Yeah.
halfway through
Okay.
2025.
Okay. Well, sorry, but again, we have more on the way. Just got to make it out to those open mics. But besides that, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna. So you want to get us out of here so they can get to the video?
Sure. I'm gonna insert the video right at the end here so you guys can watch that. Enjoy. Let us know what you think about it. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Wait, together. Let's do it together.
Wait, I gotta do it. I gotta do it on this side so you can actually see. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Peace out, guys. Shay, are you gonna cut this out?
No.
Okay, cool. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Let's give it up for Jimmy Johnson.
Sorry about that. I personified my Motown love. Anyways, my name is Johnny Johnson. I am not from here. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut, tri-state area. Away from Connecticut, screw you guys. Anyways, so a little bit about me. My name is actually not Jimmy Johnson. It's Johnny Johnson, first of all. Now, my name is not the best name, I would say, Johnny Johnson. So there was one day I recently went to a bar, and a lady wanted to check my ID. Now, right off the bat, she looked at it. She actually got a monocle, and I didn't even know that was in style. I thought I was like last year. So she got a monocle, she looked at it, said, "Is this a fake ID?" I said, "Madam," first off, but I was good. I said, "Madam," first off. I've been supplying Central Florida with fake IDs. At that point, I was already handcuffed, so. All right, I got court next week, so free Johnson. So I have a dog named Taco, lovely dog. I fed him nothing but vegetables. I brought him on vegetables and everything. And one kid in the neighborhood fed him meat. And now we have a poster looking for little Christopher. So I don't know about you, but I have about family members. We always have that odd family member that's just not there. So my uncle at the time, he thought merging meant that your wife go measure the traffic to get in. Now, at that point, I'm thinking, all right, he thinks that And does he think that margarine is not butter? So I recently went on a date, picked up this lovely lady on one date and everything. But on that date, we bumped into a Hyundai Accent that was in the way. Now me, plus 4 cars behind me, is waiting for this idiot to move. So me on the date, I'm going to play alpha male. Hey, I'm going to investigate the situation. This is the first time I ever see a black man going to go investigate the situation. Usually it's more of a white person thing. I'm going to go in and go investigate because I'm on a date. I'm high in hormones at 37. So I get out the car, mind you, African American, down in the South. I can't see who's in that car because they got blacked out tent. So I walk up to the car. He rolls down the window. I'm like, all right. So right off the bat, it's a brother. Now, first thing is, I might get shot because it might be black on black crime. So I said, hey, my man, what's wrong with the car? He's like, man, my car has been doing that. And I'm like, all right, understandable. So then I acknowledged that he had a work of art on his arm, so he had like saran wrap or something on it. So I was like, all right, man, let's check it out. Mind you, I'm on a date now, ladies and gentlemen. My date, let me ask you, I must be like, oh my God. Yes, I know, I can't do the best Latina voice. Deal with it, I'm dealing with it, you deal with it. Oh my God, is he really like listening to it? Like really, he's looking at the artwork, his arm is hanging out, I'm looking at him, like just like, oh my God, is that the Sistine Chapel? Oh my God. So I come back in the car, we go to the movie theaters. Now at this time, at the movie theaters, we went to go grab a soft drink. Now we went to go grab a soft drink and everything. My date, obviously, girl's gotta go to the bathroom immediately. So she went to the bathroom, a young lady follows suit right after her. After that young lady follows suit, I'm just assuming this may have happened. She went to the restroom, sat down. She might have been sitting, might have been floating, but for argument's sake, she's a floater. So she floated at that time. She was letting herself go, and Mother Nature stepped her head out. At that moment in time, I know my date must have been like, fuck, I heard it from the outside. And the lovely lady that was washing her hands was probably like, oh, you ain't getting no tonight. Like, she didn't have to say it, but I just, like, she walked out, and I just kind of knew. I was like, all right. Well, the next day, my date actually texted me. She said, look, I had a lovely time. I would have stood out with you a little later and everything, but it was my time of the month. So I'm just saying, I'm no Detective Tutuola, but ladies, gentlemen, I was actually spot on that one. And my name is Johnny Johnson, and that's my time.